In Module 3, we explored sensation and perception. Sensation and perceptions are processes that connect the external world to our internal experience. Sensation begins when sensory receptors detect physical energy and convert it into neural signals through transduction. Perception is the brain's interpretation of those signals. Perception operates through both bottom-up processing, building from raw sensory image, and top-down processing, influenced by memory and expectations. Psychophysics allows us to measure these processes through concepts like absolute thresholds and Weber's law. Vision provides a clear example of how this works. Light enters the eye, stimulates rods and cones, and travels through specialized pathways in the brain. The what pathway for object recognition and the where pathway for spatial processing. The brain enhances edges through lateral inhibition and detects features like lines and motion. Hearing works similarly. Sound waves are converted into neural signs in the cochlea, and we determine pitch, loudness, and location based on physical properties of the sound. Smell and taste are chemical signals, are closely tied to memory and emotion because of their direct connectedness to the limbic system. And I mean, who doesn't have very strong emotions invoked in them when they taste something from their childhood or their mom's favorite dish? Touch and pain rely on specialized receptors, and pain perception is shaped by both physical signals and cognitive factors through mechanisms like gate control theory. Perception also heavily depends on attention. We can completely miss obvious stimuli when our focus is elsewhere, demonstrated that perception is selective. Now, importantly, these sensors do not operate independently. Through cross-modal processing, vision can influence hearing and touch can influence body awareness. Ultimately, perception is not a passive recording of reality. It's an active, constructive process shaped by biology, context, and experience. And what is really interesting when I reflect on my own personal experience, as a person who's had a very bad eyesight, I am now realizing how, for example, more alert I was to hearing and taste senses as opposed to just relying on my vision because that was impaired. So absolutely fascinating module.